Perfect. All right, awesome, guys. I want to go ahead and welcome everybody to the call tonight. You guys are going to experience some powerful information, and I cannot wait to share this with you guys. To start off, I want to go ahead and give you a little background on myself. My name's Abigail Poston. I'm 23 years old. I'm out here in Arizona. But a little background, kind of take you back a couple years ago. I'm originally from Maryland, and 6 days after I graduated high school back in 2012, I actually made the decision to move out here to Arizona to pursue an education at Arizona State University. And what's crazy is, I kind of had that household mentality of going to school, get good grades, getting a good job, and working that job for the next 40, 50 plus years of your life. I didn't realize that I was kind of just going through the motions. And the thing about going through the motions is there's no emotion back behind why you do what you do in the first place. That was the biggest thing for me, is realizing that what I was doing, the actions that I was taking, the choices that I were making, they weren't really my choices. They were preconditioned. They were passed down from generations and generations, from my family to theirs, and telling me what was best, what was going to lead me to the most successful path in life. And to be honest, guys, that was not the path for me. I wanted to do something different. I want to be a part of something greater and really just have the time and financial freedom that I know all of us want at the end of the day. So I started to make choices that were more meaningful for me, that had emotion back behind them and really brought fulfillment to my life. Long story short, I ended up going to school, graduating May 2016, studying genetics, but it wasn't until fall of my senior year that I realized getting a job, not just within my field, but a career in general, really wasn't going to give me the lifestyle that I wanted. So I started to do different things. I started to take different actions. I started to surround myself with different people and consuming different information, because guys, at the end of the day, life is about two things: who you surround yourself with and the information that you're putting inside of yourself, because that's creating the reality that you're living. You got to ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now getting myself to where I want to be at the end of the day? So I made a decision when this platform, when this concept of trading in the foreign exchange market 16 to 17 months ago, about a year and a half ago, landed in my lap. Because guys, my mentor always told me, and I staunchly believe in this, that whatever you're seeking in life is also seeking you. So when this was presented to me, guys, I'll just say this really honestly, I was very skeptical. I was a college graduate studying genetics with $100,000 student loan debt. So at the time, not only was I broke and skeptical, but the thing about that is you can't be broke and skeptical at the same time. You will not get very far. So I made a decision to step outside myself, have an open mind with this, guys, form your own opinion, because what I'm about to share with you, most people don't know. This is actually very exclusive information, but the idea, the information in front of you can change your situation 100% if you apply it. So guys, take what's in front of you tonight. A year and a half ago, I made a decision of my life. It was my ticket out of not only my student loan debt, but my golden opportunity that has allowed me to not only have the time and financial freedom that I've always wanted, that I know we all crave at the end of the day, but also help people all around the world create some kind of financial success for them and genuinely put money in their pockets for average, normal, everyday people. So what I'm going to go ahead and break down to you guys, thank the person that brought you on. This information is absolutely life-changing. It's extremely powerful, and I want to welcome you to iMarketsLive. So let me go ahead and do this. Awesome. So I want to break this thing down. It's called the cash flow quadrant. I don't know if you guys know who Robert Kiyosaki is. He's really famous for for writing the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He himself is relevant, but the concept itself, what he really broke down, the cash flow quadrant, the 4 ways that we make money. Guys, understanding, when I first saw this, I didn't really appreciate it until somebody broke it down for me, which is exactly what I'm going to go ahead and do for you. Listen, this is super, super simple. Look at this quadrant. There's 4 different pieces, right? An employee, self-employed, business owner, and an investor. Ask yourself, who am I? It's very simple. A lot of people, 95% of the world, reside on the left-hand side. They're either an employee or a self-employed. The thing about being an employee is that you are trading your precious time for a paycheck every 2 weeks. Ask yourself, who am I on this chart and where do I want to become? So I'm going to break these things down for you. Self-employed, right? Self-employed doctors, attorneys, Uber drivers, right? They may have some money they get coming in. They're on salary. They have commissions, whatever it may be. They have money rolling in, but they don't have their time. They still have to put in the hours, right? And some of those doctors, some of those lawyers, They put in excessive hours on a daily to weekly basis. I don't care how much money you have in your bank. If you don't have your time, you don't have anything. Because at the end of the day, your time is the most valuable currency that you have, hands down. So what we try to show you how to do, guys, is we show you how iMarketsLive shows you how to transition from the left side to the right side of this quadrant. Because guys, 95% of the world resides on the left-hand side. 95% of the population is fighting over 5% of the world's wealth. Now, I want to give you an example. Imagine, I'm going to put this into perspective for you. Imagine there's 95 people and they're all fighting over 5 tacos. That's how this thing works. So imagine if you were part of that 95 people fighting over 5 tacos. I would be upset. I would be like, yo, this is not cool. Like, I'm not even going to get a taco, right? So you have to ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now getting myself to where I want to go? So on the right-hand side, business owners and investors, iMarketsLive is going to show you how you can get to the right side and actually get your money to work for you instead of you working for your money. Make sense? Because guys, at the end of the day, we only have so many hours in a day. We only have so much time on this planet. You can't just work yourself to death. That's what people do, right? You have to understand that you're going to run out of time eventually. You have to do something different if you want to get something different. So business owners, basically, they leverage a system. You guys all know about McDonald's, right? There's McDonald's all over the world. I believe the guy who even founded it is not even alive anymore. He's created generational wealth. So his families are set up for life, right? Because he understood how to leverage a system to get his money to work for him and build assets, right? And then you have below an investor, someone that has learned how to get their money to work for them, whether that's while they're working, another job, while they're sleeping, while they're 30,000 feet in the air on an airplane flying to Switzerland, whatever it may be. 5% of the world resides on this side, fighting over 95% of the world's wealth. That's like 5 people trying to get 95 tacos, for example. That's crazy. So you got to ask yourself, which side, which quadrant am I in, and where do I want to be? And is what I'm doing right now getting myself to where I want to go? So this is the concept. Understand the potential of where you can take yourself, and I'm going to break down to you what the Forex market is, as well as what iMarketsLive has to offer. So just before I briefly go through this, guys, I want you to understand these slides. Okay, they have not been updated to what we actually have to offer. Everything that I'm about to break down to you is not only with the foreign exchange market, but it's also with the cryptocurrency market as well. So understand that all the services, everything I'm about to break down to you, you're not only going to get education and tools for Forex, but also for cryptocurrencies, which is absolutely ridiculous. So much value that we have to offer. So what is the foreign exchange market? Forex is short for the foreign exchange, the largest financial market in the world. I'm going to break this down to you guys and give you an example on how we can actually and are able to profit in this market, okay? So basically how this works is it's trading one currency for another. And I'm going to give you an example. If any of you guys have ever traveled outside of the country before, internationally, this is how it works, okay? So if I were to go to Japan and I were to get to Japan and trade my US dollars for the Japanese yen, and say I'm in Japan, I'm having my fun and everything, but I don't actually spend any of my yen while I'm over there. So I come back to the United States after my time, that I'm over there, and I trade my yen back for the US dollars. I could either get more or less US dollars when I come back. Why? Because of the fluctuation rate, the exchange rate within the market. We're actually able to capitalize on the movement within the Forex market. It's pretty crazy because this market is actually $5.3 trillion per day. Why is it so big? Because the banks, hedge funds, and governments, as well as us, considered retail traders, we all participate in this market. I'm going to give you an example because a lot of you might know what the stock market is. I don't know if you guys can see this cup, but pretend I have a cup in my hand, right? Pretend this cup is the stock market. The stock market, which is about 20 billion with a B as in boy, dollars per day. Comparing that to the foreign exchange market, which is $5.3 trillion per day, okay? Pretend like the foreign exchange market is like Niagara Falls. There's really no comparison. The foreign exchange market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, and as long as you have one of these things, a smartphone, a computer, or a tablet, you can actually participate within this market. Guys, this is absolutely ridiculous, and just to give you some perspective, when you combine the foreign exchange market with the cryptocurrency market, it's about $9 billion on average per day. or I'm sorry, not 9 billion, 9 trillion with a T, $9 trillion per day. That's insane. There's so much value. There's so much potential. And as long as you have one of these devices, you are able to participate in this market. So that's the foreign exchange market. What I'm going to break down to you is iMarketsLive, what it is and how it can work for you. So the company itself was founded in July 4th, 2013, operating in over 120 plus countries worldwide. The whole idea, the whole concept, and why this company was founded in the first place is to allow the newest average person to learn a skill set, which is trading. Okay, it's basically a trading educational trading platform. It's pretty insane because it allows the newest average person on a global scale to come in here and learn from ground zero on how we can profit within the foreign exchange market. And just to give you a really just kind of perspective, because when I found out about this, I was like, dang, that's crazy. But your bank, they actually take your money and trade it within this market, and they make billions off of your money, off of our money. And when I understood that concept, I was like, wow, so they're taking our money, they're trading it in this market, and they're making more money. And we barely even see a penny over the course of the year. I was like, how can I learn about this? How can I participate and do this for myself so that I can not only be independent, but be empowered and have that freedom of making my own money on my own time? And that's what iMarketsLive allows us to do. We're debt-free and privately owned. Amen to that. And there's no third-party services, meaning everything that we're about to show you, that I'm about to break down, all the services are in-house, meaning we don't pull from any other company to provide for our customers. We provide them for you guys 100% from the company as a whole. So before I really break down those services and show you how you can learn and potentially even earn from our tools, I want to show you guys the leadership, this dynamic lineup of absolute elites within what they're doing, okay? So Christopher Terry, the CEO, Big Papa of the entire company. Okay, he has earned in both the Forex, stocks, and bonds market, he has earned over multiple 8 figures within the market. Guys, that's nearly $100 million just within the foreign exchange market. That's insane. So he's not just, this CEO walking around flaunting his stuff. Like, he actually has credibility. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. And he has over 2 decades of experience when it comes to this, guys. And he's in the trenches too. Like, he's out there sharing this with people all over the world. He's showing the platform. He's showing people how the normal average newest person can take advantage of the largest financial market in the world from their phone and win. It's really that simple. So Isis De La Torre, his wife, they kind of co-founded the company together. But it's crazy because she actually introduced Chris to multiple elites and expert traders within their field back in the early 90s. So not only did she teach or show Chris how to even begin trading, but she herself is already extremely qualified for her position. She has her MBA in finance as well as her 63 and 7 licenses, kind of doing the behind the scenes work within the company. And then you got Alex Morton, the executive vice president. Guys, this is kind of crazy too. He actually went to Arizona State University, where I went to school as well, graduated back in 2011. He's out there in the trenches. He was no special guy to begin with. He just wanted a better life for himself. And really, he's out there sharing this with other people, sharing the vision. He has nearly 8 years of experience when it comes to networking, building relationships, and showing people how they can win. Again, the newest average person. You guys are going to hear me say these words over and over again in this PowerPoint because it's true. Like, nobody's special. You guys can do this as long as you have one of these things. Because, guys, the fact of the matter is, we have our phone in our hand. It's the first thing we touch in the morning and the last thing we grab at the end of the day. Why not learn how to make money from it? Why not learn a skill set that can pay you 24/7, 365? So he's the executive vice president of the company. And guys, just to let you know, okay, he's out there helping people. In the last 20 months since he's been a part of this company, he's helped over 100 people become multiple six-figure earners. That's incredible. That's astonishing. And then you've got Ivan Tapia, the vice president of sales. Guys, this is somebody I look up to tremendously. I just saw him, and we all saw him in Vegas the other week. And then when I was in London a couple weeks ago, he was out there speaking and just presenting this and sharing with people, again, people who are hungry, people who want this, guys. So he has over a decade of experience when it comes, again, to networking and sharing this with other people and just building relationships. Guys, this is a dynamic lineup of people, of individuals that just want to show people what's possible. And guys, the camaraderie, the culture that you get, that you experience with this, it's so much more than just making money. It's understanding where you're going in life. It's understanding who you're following, because guys, who you surround yourself with at the end of the day is everything. I want to make sure that the people that I'm following, that I look up to, the role models, they know where they're going. They're visionaries. They are crystal clear with where they're going in their life. And that's somebody that I admire, and that's somebody that I want to look up to and follow on my journey to success. So awesome, guys. Before I break down the next part of this, the services where you guys can learn and earn how to trade and from the tools and the education that we provide, I want to break down what makes us unique and why you're actually protected, guys. Because when I saw this, this was huge for me, because at the end of the day, I don't want anybody touching my money. And to guarantee you guys that iMarketsLive does not trade your money or handle any investments at all whatsoever. So you guys have full control. iMarketsLive does not earn on any of your trades. So if you make X amount of money, that's your money at the end of the day, guys, okay? You can enter and exit on any trades at any time. Again, full control, and results with our services are not guaranteed. Why is that so important? Why do we say that? Because one, if anybody ever guarantees anything to you, that's a red flag, okay? Just like colleges and schools, they don't guarantee that you're gonna graduate with a degree, right? You have to put in the work. Same concept with this. This is education. If you want results, if you want the outcome, you have to put in the work. This works when you work. But all the tools and resources, mentorship and guidance are right in front of you. Again, guys, you just have to plug in, show up, and stay consistent. And our whole objective at the end of the day is just to empower you. It's to enrich you with a skill set and educate you on how you can be profitable, sustainable, independent, and gain that time and financial freedom that I know we all want and deserve at the end of the day, with a skill set that can pay you for the rest of your life. Guys, thinking generations ahead instead of what you're gonna do on the weekend. That's what separates the successful from the average person. So awesome, guys. I'm going to break down these services that we have to offer on how you can not only learn how to trade, but also earn at the same time. Perfect. So IML Academy, I look at this as like college courses that can actually pay you, because guys, that's exactly what it did for me. Just to take it back to when I graduated college, I was studying genetics. And again, guys, I had no prior knowledge when I came into this, but being able to come into something like this and learn step by step, 0 to 100, basics to advanced, from not only professional traders, but Christopher Terry himself, a multiple 8-figure trader with over 2 decades of experience, being able to come in here and learn from him from intermediate to advanced videos. That's like learning how to play basketball from Michael Jordan himself. I want to go right to the source, especially when I'm learning a skill set so relevant to multiplying my income when it comes to money. I don't want to waste any time. I want to cut my learning curve in half and expedite my progress. It's really that simple. So right now there's over 60 plus videos, multiple different languages. And again, guys, you get to learn from expert traders from around the world. Pretty incredible. Amazing. So guys, just to reiterate, when you get started, a lot of times what I have people do, and I know as well as other people that have brought you onto this call, we'll set you up with starting off with the basics. Why? Because the fundamentals are so important. Once you get the fundamentals down, you guys can advance and you have a foundation that you can build off of, right? So with that being said, you guys would start off with the academy, you start off with the basics, and then you would be able to tap into what we like to call iMarketsLive TV. Guys, just understand what this is. This is basically learning from professionals on a live scale, taking what you just learned in the academy and watching the professionals reapply that for you. Because guys, success is simple, okay? Success is simple. It's just from here on out, repetition, repetition, repetition. Repetition will create your reputation at the end of the day, guys. So right now, there's actually over 120 hours of live education, both within the Forex and the crypto education market per week. Multiple different languages, many different trading sessions. So guys, just understand this. We all learn in a different way. And the whole purpose of this is to understand your trading strategy, to cultivate and establish a strategy and a technique that works best for you. And the coolest part about this is, guys, I'm gonna just give you some perspective. When I first started about 1.5 years ago, there was only about 2,000 to 3,000 people in the company. Fast forward about 18 months later, there's over 70,000 people in the company. That's crazy. And the coolest part about this is when I first started, there was only 2 IML TV educators. Now there's over 50 plus educators worldwide. So you're getting perspective and analysis and education from people all over the world. That's priceless to me. And the coolest part is, guys, we know that you may have a work schedule that's crazy. We understand that you may be in school, or you're a single dad, single mom, whatever it may be. We get it. You have a busy schedule, and we want to accommodate that. We want to be flexible with you. So if you miss your favorite educator, which I've done before, you can always go back and watch the recordings. That's the best part to me. So amazing. Next part on here that I want to break down is the Harmonic Scanner. Guys, everybody can tell you this thing is no joke. This is actually what helped me compound my account when I first started. And basically what this thing is doing is it's scanning the market for you, right? It's working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, not only for the foreign exchange market, but also scanning for cryptocurrencies as well. And I don't know if you guys can see on this thing, but there's like a yellow shaped pattern, right? They're scanning for certain patterns and algorithms just like that. Things that we would not be able to see, the normal average human being would not be able to use or see on our own time. So it's scanning this for us, allowing this tool to help us earn while we learn. It's pretty powerful, and it's giving us the trade setup, guys. So it's telling us when to enter, and it's telling us when to exit. All we have to do is plug in the information. We're provided with all the info. Again, guys, just plug in and stay consistent and show up. The results are inevitable. Perfect. So the web analyzer, what's crazy is I actually got to meet the guy who created this software a couple weeks ago up in Utah when I went to visit for an event. So basically how this thing works is it's kind of like the Harmonic Scanner, but on steroids. And it really is. Like, this thing is pumping out trades every 10, 20, 30 minutes for us. Guys, there's an alert system on my phone, and you guys can download this as well, but it's basically sending you trade alerts on your phone whenever this thing pumps out a new trade setup. Like, boom, boom, boom. There was one day I looked back at my phone and I was like, dang, there was over 200 alerts on my phone in a 24-hour period. I was like, yo, why are people sleeping on this? Because you don't need all 200 alerts. You don't need to use all the tools or anything like that. You just need to find what works for you. And this thing is constantly pumping out trades. So there's money left on the table. Okay, there's setups left on the table. All you have to do, again, guys, is just plug in. And the coolest part, I'm going to backtrack really quick. IML TV, they not only have a web analyzer TV section on there where professional traders are sharing with you their strategies that work best for them, but they also have an IML TV session that goes over the Harmonic Scanner. So not only are you already getting high accuracy information and trade setups, but you get to learn from a guy who literally makes all of his results from the scanner alone, learning his 4-step method on how to become a profitable trader just from using the scanner alone. So those are the tools right there. Moving on, the swing trades, learn and earn with Christopher Terry. Guys, this is incredible. Imagine being able to learn how to play basketball or soccer from, Cristiano Ronaldo, right? So how this works is basically Christopher Terry, the CEO, multiple 8-figure man, is sending you weekly trade forecasts right to your phone. Right to your phone, or you can log in on your back office and check it out on the site as well. But basically, he's sending you 5 to 10 minute videos on a weekly basis telling you the pair or pairs that he's watching, whether it's Forex or cryptocurrencies, and he's telling you when to enter. He's telling you when he's entering, when he's exiting. Guys, all you have to do is plug in. These are real-time opportunities. And guys, I just want to say this too. Signals are great. Getting trade signals are amazing. Don't get me wrong. But when I get to learn and understand and get the educational reasoning behind why a man like this is doing what he's doing and getting what he's getting, that's powerful. That's like saying, Chris is saying, Abby, come over here, put in these trades. Like, he's, over my shoulder telling me to put in these trades, and I'm right there with him. That's exactly how this is working. All I have to do is just plug in. And guys, the biggest thing about this is the man, the myth, the legend himself is teaching you how to fish so that you can feed yourself for a lifetime. Powerful. And the last service that I'm going to go over right here is Swipe Trades. Guys, this is an app that you download on your phone. My phone is blowing up right now, but basically it's an app that you download on your phone, and all you have to do, I don't know if you guys have Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever it may be. Someone sends you a Snapchat, somebody likes your photo on your, of your picture or whatever it may be, right? How many of those notifications are actually making you money? Okay, but cool. Now I get to capitalize on an app that sends me notifications, kind of designed like the app you guys may know, Tinder. The same concept, same idea. Swipe right if I want the trade, swipe left if I don't. I typically want all the trades, so I'm going to swipe right. And all I have to do is open up the app. It's sending me the trade idea, and all I have to do is literally copy and paste the information that they're giving me. So they're going to tell me when to enter. They're going to tell me when to exit. They're going to tell me what the currency pair is. All these little details. All I have to do is copy the numbers. I just press a button and it copies it for me, and I paste it into the app that we trade off of. Guys, it's literally idiot proof. Like, anybody can do this. It's very, very simple. So at the end of the day, if you guys know how to copy and paste, if you know how to, get a notification like we all do with all our other apps, you guys can make this work for yourself as well. And that's the best part too, guys. Before I move on really quickly, these tools that help you earn while you learn, that's really powerful, because I understand that, coming into this, having no prior knowledge what this was when I first started, having tools that allowed me to earn and compound my account while I was focused on learning the skill set, it took the monetary pressure out of this, because I was actually able to see blue in my account. I was actually able to compound my account without actually focusing on trying to do it all by myself. You have guidance, you have the right mentorship. And guys, the next part I want to go over is the right support. Going through this, you want the right guidance, you want the right support and training so that you can have success with this long term. Isn't that the idea anyways, right? So IML Universe, just a couple things that we provide for you along the way, as well as the mentorship and guidance that you can get from IML as a whole. But IMLUniverse.com is basically a site that breaks down how you can get plugged into all the services and really set up a 90-day game plan for you within your first 30, 60, and 90 days moving forward, so that you know exactly where you're going with this, what you're doing step by step on a daily and weekly basis. That's powerful, because guys, most people don't know what they want. They don't have goals, and most people don't know where they're going. They don't have a vision. So understanding those things and having IML Universe be able to help you along the way is phenomenal. Especially though, guys, I know the person that brought you on, and if you were to get started with this, when you get started with this, they would help you every step of the way. Just like myself, I would help you get plugged in within your first 72 hours, have everything get set up and rocking for you right away, so that you can have that foundation for success moving forward. And again, guys, you also have the ability to download an app on your phone. You have access to all the tools and the resources right from your mobile device. I personally like the site, but if you guys are more mobile, you can definitely take advantage of the app itself. And then lastly, guys, how would you guys like to learn from 7-figure mentors on a weekly basis? I mean, grow personally with these guys, sharing their secrets, sharing their nuggets on a weekly basis. Every Sunday evening, you guys get to plug in and hop on and learn from the best of the best in their craft and what they do. Pretty phenomenal. So, guys, how can you get started? The golden question. I'm going to go ahead and break this down. The complete platinum package of Forex education, as well as the tools. So the IML Academy, basically, this is college courses, like I said, that could potentially pay you constant value added on a regular basis. IML TV, which is live Forex education from professionals all around the world, not only telling you what they're doing, but also sharing with you why they're doing what they're doing in the first place. The Harmonic Scanner, again, guys, this thing is pumping out trades on a daily basis, so that all you have to do is plug in, grab the information, and be able to plug in those setups on your own time. And then the swing trades, guys. Christopher Terry, yeah, again, multiple 8-figure trader, is sending you weekly forecasts based on the trade setup that he's watching. And not only that, he's telling you why. So we can all agree that this is multi-million dollars worth of information, and you get it for $195 one time. That's special, guys. That's a blessing, because people all over the world, I've come to the realization after doing this over 18 months, people are not only struggling anymore, people are suffering. Nobody wants to work 8 to 10 hours a day at a job that they're not fulfilled at. I have a team personally out in the Philippines, okay, and their average monthly income is $300 US. Okay, and be able to show them, I won't tell you how much they're making, but I will tell you the income return is exponential. Guys, understanding that you're putting money in people's pockets. You're showing them a skill set that can pay them for the rest of their life. This is no longer another source of income. This is a lifestyle change, and this makes this a completely new ballgame. This is what drives me. This is what fuels me, and this is what shows me that this is not only working for myself, but this is working for people all over the world. So you have access to multi-million dollars worth of information for only $195 one time and $145 a month. Why is there a monthly subscription? Well, IML Academy is always giving out new value. IML TV, there's constantly new educators, new information being added. Guys, again, there was only 2 IML TV educators when I first started. Now there's over 50 plus. Understand that when I got started, I paid $195 too, and under $195 as well, but the amount of value that I had is nothing compared to what you guys have right now. The price is the same, and you're getting so much more. And again, guys, you guys not only get the foreign exchange platform, but you also get the cryptocurrency educational platform as well. So you're getting 2 different educational platforms for the price of one that I paid 18 months ago. Absolutely ridiculous. So again, guys, Harmonic Scanner, they're always giving you out new trade setups. And in the daily swing trades, he's sending you out on a weekly basis. There's so much value, it's ridiculous. And then again, guys, optional add-ons, swipe trades, it's an extra 15 bucks a month. Web analyzer, extra 15 bucks a month. I mean, again, these things pay for themselves. All you have to do is plug in swipe trades. One trade, you can make X amount of money. You can make that money back within 1 to 2 trades. Just starting off. Web analyzer pays for itself. I got over 200 notifications in a 24-hour period. You don't need to plug in all 200 trades. You only need a couple. So understand that these pay for themselves. Why are they $15 extra? Because we got to pay the traders and we have to pay for the software. It's very simple. But understand that this part is absolutely optional. You don't have to do this. And this next part that I break down, because I know a lot of you may be on this call like, yo, the 145 is a lot of money, or maybe it is right now. I know it's not going to be in the future because I'm going to learn this skill set. I'm going to master the craft and I'll be able to provide for myself and my family. But right now, this 145 seems a little, I'm a little reluctant to move forward. But I want to reassure you guys, because I was in a position when I first started, I was barely making $1,500 a month with $100,000 student loan debt on the way. I was scared. I was a naive, crippled 22-year-old who had no idea where she was going. She just had a dream and an open mind to make things happen. So this next part that I want to go over is you actually are able to get that 145 for free. You don't have to. You could get that waived, and by basically sharing this with 2 people. So basically, how I break it down is if you know 2 people that want to make money, save money, or get out of debt and has a smartphone, you can actually share this with them and you can get your products for free. You can get all the services for free. That's crazy. Who do you know that wants to make money, save money, get out of debt, and has a smartphone? Because not only are you helping them out, but you're also helping yourself out. It's a win-win-win scenario, okay? Again, guys, you don't have to do this, but it's completely optional. If you not only want to get the services for free, but you're like, yo, I have some friends, I even have some family members, or I just met this stranger on the street, and they're struggling, I want to help them out, cool. You can share this with them, and not only can you get the services for free, but you can also help them out and share with them a skill set, a priceless skill set that they can learn how to really manifest their future and create financial increase in their life. So, guys, I hope this all makes sense. This next part that I'm about to break down to you, again, guys, I'm going to briefly break it down for you. It's completely optional, okay? But I want you to understand, I'm going to really break down a concept for you so you guys understand how powerful this is and why I decided to go all in with really everything, because all I see is not only value but opportunity, and the fact that, guys, understand that multiple sources of income is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. And I'll give you an example. A friend of mine out here in Arizona actually got started with this, and 3 days before he got started, he lost his job. He lost his sole source of income. Now ask yourself, what would you do if you lost your job? Because, guys, we aren't invincible. Okay, anything can happen. The storm is coming if it hasn't already gotten here, okay? Understand that literally anything is possible, and are you preparing for that storm, okay? Are you preparing for what's to come? So just understand, multiple sources of income is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. So this is adding value to your life in general. So this next part, understand, I'm gonna break it down. Imagine if you've probably done this before, you went to a restaurant or you went to watch a new movie, right? In this new restaurant you went to, you're like, wow, this food was amazing. I gotta tell somebody, I gotta share with my friends, my family. Or, I went to see this movie and I told my friends and family and they went to go see that movie, right? Have you guys ever experienced that before? Have you ever done that before? I know I have. I went to this bomb taco place down the street and I told a few of my friends and they ended up going. But here's the thing, guys. How many of you were actually compensated by that restaurant or by that movie theater for referring those people, right? More than likely you weren't. And that's okay. I'm just giving you a concept and understanding that when you actually are able to share this platform, this educational trading platform with other people, you can actually get compensated. So this is what's called becoming an independent business owner, or an IBO. And this is actually a really cool concept. And all I see, guys, this is optional, but you have the ability to do this for yourself and also earn another source of income. So basically how this works is if you refer somebody, you actually will make an extra $35 per person that you refer. That's cool and all, don't worry. Like, that's not gonna break your bank account, but it's a start, right? Now, what I wanna break down to you, which is actually really incredible for the average person being able to come into this, because guys, how much money does it cost to talk to people? Nothing. It doesn't cost me a dime. And when you guys understand this word at the top, it says residual income. You would make residual income for sharing the services. If you understood how powerful residual income is, you would walk through a brick wall to get it. Trust me, when I first started this, I didn't really understand what this was or how it worked. I just knew I need to put money in my pocket to put food on the table. That's literally what my mindset was. But say you came to me, you came to the person that brought you on, you're like, yo, Abby, I don't just have 2 people, I have 3 people that want to make money, save money, get out of debt, and have a smartphone. I was like, dope, let's get them started. So not only would you, you would actually hit your first rank, which is called Platinum 150, P150, whatever you want to call it. You would start making an extra $150 a month, which basically offsets the cost of the $145 every single month that you would be paying anyways. So $150 a month, that's cool. That's a foundation that you can build off of. The next part right here is actually the most critical part of all, is Platinum 600. That's an accumulated 12 customers in your organization. And how that works is that's not you bringing on all 12 people. That's like you bringing on a few people and say your friends are like, yo, Bob, I have a couple people that, they want to make money too, or, they have massive student loan debt. They want to check this out. They want to get involved. Awesome. Now you have a total of 12 people. Now you're making an extra, you could guess it, $600 extra a month. Guys, if you understood back in 2008, 2009, when the stock market crashed, or forget what market it was. I was too young. I was like 8th grade. When the market crashed, all I knew is that my parents were suffering, okay? All I knew is that people all over the world were suffering. And if they just had an extra $500 to $600 a month, it would keep them above water, right? It would keep them from drowning. This extra $600 a month doesn't cost you a dime to talk to people, okay? You could be putting that in your pockets on a weekly basis. You would be getting paid, okay, a total of $600 a month. Understand, ask yourself, on top of the hours that you're working at your job right now, how many extra hours would you have to put in on top of what you're already doing to make an extra $600 a month, right? So you can have this as another source of income just by sharing this with other people. I'm reiterating this because of how important this is and how significant this can be in your life, because I know this came at the right time for me, because something in my life came up unexpectedly. I wasn't prepared for it. But I actually was, because I was working on this. I was working on, my side hustle to make sure everything was okay for me in the future. And again, guys, moving forward, P1000, Platinum 1000, and accumulated 30 customers in your organization, you are making an extra $1,000 a month. This was absolutely life-changing for me. And I want to move on really quickly. I'm going to show you the rest of the compensation plan. This can get a little crazy in a good way. Just understand, all of this is optional. I just saw this as an opportunity and value for myself. And how this can change my situation in the future. So I'm not going to really read off the numbers. You guys can see this. The rank is on the left-hand side. The total number of people that you need in your organization is right down the middle. And then the monthly pay, yes, that is monthly numbers on a monthly basis. That's how much you would get paid, okay? This is absolutely ridiculous. It's insane. And what I also want to say is, guys, there was actually a guy who just came out here who hit that Chairman 500 rank. If you slide yourself all the way over to the monthly pay, yes, that's a minimum of how much you would get paid with this. He was just out here a couple weeks ago. Guys, this platform, life in general, does not discriminate. It doesn't care where you came from, who you are, what your background is, what race you are, what's your sex, what's your age, what's your religion, none of that. They don't care who you are, because the guy who came on here, guys, he was a high school dropout. Okay, he was living on the bleachers his senior year, and he had to use the gym locker room to shower a couple times a week. So it doesn't matter. It just matters where do you want to go with your life? Do you have a burning desire to make it happen? Because you really can. So again, guys, all I see with this is just opportunity and understanding that this is my current situation. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And I got to do something different in order to make something different happen for myself. I want to backtrack really quickly and just remind you guys of this one slide. This one right here. Please remember this. Understand, who are you on this quadrant and where are you destined to go based on what you're doing right now? Because if what you continue to do over and over again creates your life, and if you don't like the way that your life is going, or if you want something different, you're not fulfilled, you have to do something different, guys. And again, having multiple sources of income is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity. So figure out who you want to be, where you want to go, because this platform can show you how to multiply the money that's in your bank account, just like your bank is already taking advantage of. You have to do something different to get something different. And I always say showing up allows you to go up. Okay, you guys already made a decision to hop on this call, to watch this recording. You showed up, you made the decision. So I want to applaud you for that. And I also just want to say thank you for tuning in and listening to this entire breakdown. I truly appreciate you guys. I want to welcome you to the family. I want to welcome you to the experience and get back with the person that brought you onto this in the first place. And guys, have a phenomenal rest of your evening. And welcome to iMarketsLive. I'll talk to you soon.